Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Beyond Sports Podcast, where we BS about sports.
Sports, man.
What?
Beyond sports. Because
Let's let's
we are
get
all
right into
high
this
beyond belief.
live broadcast.
Beyond belief.
Presumably.
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 But that's why you tune in to get high ass takes. Beyond comprehension and belief. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. Of course.
Let's do this, boys. Let's hop right into the NBA. Let's go Cavs versus Magic.
Ooh.
Ooh, baby. Game 7. We got a game 7.
We had a game 7.
From a 4 and 5 seed, of course. That's where you're gonna get them. That's where you're finding.
Yeah. Who won?
Good series.
Cavs.
The Cavaliers. Yeah, Cavs pulled that one out. They were down
Cavs.
18.
18, yeah.
Man, to come back, that game was just a tale of two halves, right? At first, did not seem like the Cavs were prepared mentally for it, and they were getting dominated. You know, just shut down. They're jacking up so many dumbass threes. You know, and they started the game out like 0 of 8 from 3. You know, like what the fuck we doing, Cavs? And then the script flipped. Like in the second half.
Third quarter was huge for Donovan Mitchell coming out and having, I think, 20 points in the third quarter alone.
Yeah, and they started turning it on at like the end of the first half. Last couple minutes, you know, when they put it back within 10.
Yeah.
And then they just never slowed down that momentum. But yeah, it was a decent game, you know, like the end of it wasn't, you know, anything too exciting.
Yeah,
Because
ended up getting away.
Once the Cavs got up by 10 or so, they just kept them at an arm's length the whole time.
Yeah, they didn't look back.
They did not. And once the Magic felt the lead slip, they couldn't
Yeah,
stop.
I mean,
Who do the Cavs move on to play?
the Celtics.
Celtics, yeah.
Oh, so this was just a game 7 to see who goes in the thresher.
To see who goes,
yes.
yeah, to see who gets to the combo bundle, yeah, dude.
Unless the Celtics.
But game 7, it's fun.
There's that.
Yay! Jeez, don't be such a. Yeah, dude. Donovan, like once Donovan Mitchell turned it on, once he got going, the rest of the team followed suit. You know, the guy's showing he's a true leader out there. That Donovan Mitchell guy.
Able to help pull it out. Despite Darius Garland having a poor game shooting, he was able to do some work in the fourth quarter there. And Donovan Mitchell really had to do it all alone.
Is Donovan Mitchell a young guy?
Yeah, he's under 30. He's one of our stars under 30.
Cat butt.
He's been in the league for a little bit. This is his second team. Because he was a part of the Jazz with Rudy Gobert.
Rudy. Yeah, and the Magic, they started great from downtown, then they lost it.
Yeah, they had a lot more intensity in that first half than they did in late.
Yeah, we talked about it on the live. Like they wanted it more, and then they kind of lost it after halftime.
Yeah,
Don't know
that was
what
proven to be not true.
But yeah, Magic are young.
Yeah,
this is a great start for them. Good year, something they can build off of.
they
Guys,
won
they can
47 games.
Can they get like maybe a big name? Can they draw in like? I don't know who. I don't know who's a free agent or who's.
I think that they're more.
Could they get like a Kevin Durant to slide on?
I would think they're more like in the range for like good role players. Coming in.
I just push you over the edge.
Well, I mean, but I just don't think they're at the stage where they're star shopping yet. Because any star they bring in is going to be via trade, I believe.
All right.
That's kind of always been the Orlando way. They'd have either draft them or they have to trade.
We could actually see Orlando like do something real in the offseason, like have a big, like land a big free agent
They could. I mean,
They haven't done. When was the last time they did that? Never. They just create big name free agents. Okay.
pretty much, yeah. They kind of just do big name free agent. I have no argument there, Sam, but they typically, are a team an organization that drafts very well, or they lock into the number one overall pick.
That's easy. That's easy when you have that many first round picks, or first overall picks.
Yeah,
you're gonna get some good ones.
Or even in the year when they get the number 2 overall pick, they have the Cleveland Cavaliers taking an Anthony Bennett first overall. So it's really like they got the first overall pick anyway.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. Thanks, dudes. That guy played like all of 13 games.
Yeah, man. Pablo is pretty good.
Yeah. He played a really good game. 30 when you get 38 points in a game 7 as a young player.
3 for 6 from 3.
Yeah, he definitely had a better first half than second half. But
I mean, yeah, so did the whole team. What are you gonna do? Merp.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, I think we can.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a good series. Good season for the Orlando Magic. Excited to see what their team looks like in the future.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
In the East, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
So is there a series to talk about that's actually going to have a bearing on what happens in these playoffs?
The next game or series we're talking about, the Denver Nuggets and the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves and the Nuggets.
I've heard of these.
T-Wolves took game 1.
I've heard of them.
Took it on the road.
Yeah, they won game 1 in Denver.
Exactly what they needed.
Behind a franchise record playoff record 43 points from Anthony Edwards. He also became the first player, I think, since Kobe to have back-to-back 40-point games in the playoffs.
Okay,
At his Anthony Edwards is very dominant looking out there. I mean,
and I just they got
never had a back-to-back 40. In the
what's
playoffs?
that?
LeBron's never gone back-to-back 40.
I think it was for the age 22. I think it was at his age. Sorry.
I was like, that's a wild stat.
Yeah. So.
I mean, they just got a nice team overall, though, right? Like.
Yeah, I mean, but really, here's things that
he's got some help. He does. He's got some good. He's got Gobert, Towns, and even Conley. It's great to see Conley and.
Yeah, absolutely. Love seeing Conley out there. Conley got the Teammate of the Year award, and he's just awesome. I've always loved Mike Conley.
Yeah, Mike Conley's been fun to watch.
I always liked him better than Chris Paul.
Oh, shots fired.
This is my personal preference of player.
All right.
Conley hit a huge 3 in that game. When he had Denver on a little bit of a run, Conley just slid to that corner right at the end of the shot clock, hit it.
Got it. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, like the thing I think about
bubble, so he had a good game too.
Yeah, the thing about Anthony Edwards that's gonna cause problems in the series. While he started the game 4 for 4, he also held Jamal Murray to 0 points in the first half for the first time in his career. He went scoreless in a half. Michael Porter Jr. played a poor game whenever he was being covered by the thing with this Wolves team, they have a lot of length. And they also have the best defensive player who also happens to play center, which is what Jokic plays. So they have a guy that can mitigate what nobody's going to stop what Jokic does, right?
Right.
But somebody can mitigate him and limit what happens. Mm-hmm. That'd be Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is like a 3-time defensive player of the year. So
he can do it.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that can do that. So, and with Anthony Edwards' attention to detail on defense on the perimeter, and Mike Conley has always been a good defensive point guard.
T-Wolves could be built to beat him.
Yeah, this is probably the series that has the most implications on the winner of the finals might come out of this series.
You guys like Jokic?
As a
Yeah.
player, absolutely.
Well, I know he's a good player.
Yeah, he's boring to watch. It reminds me of the Spurs.
Do you root for
boring
his
to
success?
watch.
Like, do you hope he succeeds?
I hope he does. I just don't like the
You like
freaking
as a
Nuggets,
person?
man,
I
because
don't
of
know much, you know. It's,
the owner. I just don't like the owner of the Nuggets.
And
I-
Denver.
I don't
Denver.
like. I don't really know anything about him either. The one thing that comes across though is he seems to have open contempt for the game of basketball. Like he doesn't really seem to like it.
I like the memes that come out about him. They're just so good.
He doesn't seem to, but he just dominates it. You know, like
He
I want
does.
that dude. That like last year was their first championship, right?
in
Yes,
franchise history.
I watched that. I watched that game. I watched him win the championship. It looks like he just woke up on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? and then not 2 or 3 weeks later, I see a video of him and his brothers. One of the horses they own won a race, and
Yeah.
it looked like he won the world. Like he could have been happier. And it's very odd to me. I've never seen someone dominate the game and be, like I said, openly contemptuous of the game and at the same time.
Yeah, I get what
I
you're
don't know.
saying. I
don't
think that's
know
part
if
of
he
the
is.
charm of him.
I just think he loves the game of basketball. I don't know if how he feels about like the culture of the game.
Well,
or
horse
the-
racing.
of the.
He
likes-
openly loves his horses. Like he
does.
said that after he hated the fact that he had to do the parade last year. He was
Yeah.
annoyed that the parade wasn't until Wednesday because he wanted to get back to his horses.
as far as- which I guess adds to your point, really.
It's kind of a weird.
Yeah,
idea.
absolutely.
But he just kind of likes, he wants to go back to his hometown, to his home country, where I think he's more comfortable and
And that's
live
fair.
a more simpler life than what is probably expected
Well,
of
then
him
you
out
watch
here.
him too. It's like he saves all of his energy for the very end of the game. He's just like all of a sudden he just throws things behind him and it hits a wide open dude.
Well,
for
Yeah,
an
he has like a
assist, and then
All right,
his
man,
vision.
You got to keep that
Timing
race
is everything,
up
okay?
all year long.
So what's that?
Said he's got to keep that racism bottled up all year long. It's gonna be rough. I mean, he's from Eastern Europe, man. I'm not
It's
even
something.
knocking the dude. It's just kind of a fact.
I really want to like the Nuggets as well because I mean my boy Christian Braun's there, but
Yeah, just Stan Conkey.
I don't know. It's hard to like any Denver team just because the Broncos. Like
I liked them when they had Carmelo Anthony. I'm not gonna lie.
I like the Nuggets, and I don't like hate the Avalanche or anything. I don't have anything against the other teams.
They're owned by Stan Kroenke.
Yeah, the Kroenke teams.
Yeah, that's enough reason to hate him.
All owners suck. I don't know. It's hard to be like.
He's
I hate
kind of
people here.
especially. He's like one of the special shitheads, man.
He's
Yeah.
That's true.
And it just sucks that all of them won championships for him.
Yeah, he's gobbling up championships, man. The fucking Rams, the Nuggets, the Avalanche. It's
Avalanche.
brutal.
Avalanche.
Oh, my.
Right.
He also owns Liverpool.
Oh God,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I guess he kind of knows what he's doing with the sports, huh?
Yeah.
I guess.
What a dick.
All right.
I don't know.
Well,
It's the same reason I was kind of rooting for the Magic is just because like when I was little I liked the Magic because of Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shaq,
They got
Penny.
new team. They're like that
Penny.
brand new team. They had Shaq. They were all the fun when we were.
I even rooted for him when they had Jameer Nelson and Dwight Howard,
Yeah.
and that Hito Turkoglu team.
Yeah, it kind of was
That's
like the resurgence. It was like the 2.0 Magic.
Yeah, dude. But
Another big man, like best young big man in the league, go to another finals to lose. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But we can move on to our next topic. The
Yeah.
youth movement is incoming.
yeah, I mean, you're seeing it as
Yeah, I mean, look
Right
who's
now.
already. Everybody
Yeah, you have-
who's out, right? Like
Yeah,
KD's
Sixer.
out, LeBron's out, Steph's out. Like the guys that used to run the playoffs, even a few years ago.
Giannis,
are out.
Dame are out.
They-
Kawhi.
Harden, Kawhi, yeah, like gone.
Yeah, so the old guard is definitely. And right now you have teams like Indiana, the Knicks, led by Jalen Brunson, and
Thunder,
Tyrese Halliburton. The Thunder are the 1 seed in the West.
West, the youngest team in the league, basically.
The Timberwolves look like they got Michael Jordan's. The next coming of Michael Jordan.
Conley's over 30, right?
Him and Gobert. So they have the 2 of the 6 players over the age starters over the age of 30.
They've got a good mix of young and old.
Yeah, that's smart. I mean, you get the.
But yeah, man.
IQ.
I mean, it's all youth.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and TJ.
I mean, it's good. This is the new era. Let's get some new life. LeBron can't play for so many more years. Steph is at the end of it as well. The
guy's 36.
We have to Golden State. That dynasty's done, right?
Yeah, the team's over.
Yeah. Nick Wright and Colin Cowherd had a good conversation about this week, where they were talking about how the league might be in a problem situation because they haven't done anything to set up these new stars. Like it shows in viewership. Like if Steph, KD, or LeBron aren't playing, there's no viewership.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to do
they haven't done anything to promote these new guys, and all of a sudden, the guys you relied on to carry your league can't do that shit anymore.
Well, they better hope Joker wins another one, because then at least you got back-to-back championship.
Like Joker, he doesn't really move the needle for people either.
You're hoping it's Anthony Edwards.
And a lot of it
the reasons we were just talking to.
The league, yeah.
If Jokic wanted to be the face of the league, he could.
Yeah, but like I said, it's got to. I think they're dying for it to be Anthony Edwards. The personality, the attention to defense, offense, the level in which he. And then you're also seeing, when is he looking like the best? 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Anthony Edwards is coming alive. He's coming alive in crunch time when it matters most in some of these games. So you're like, this is what the league's wanting. Him.
Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you also, the league
he recognizes that he's in a very unique position to take it, too.
Yeah. And he's hilarious, so...
Yeah, so showing out more on the court and doing that stuff is definitely to his advantage.
Yeah, and that's gonna... People are... I haven't looked at the viewership ratings, but I'm assuming people are watching what Anthony Edwards is doing, because a lot of people are talking about it.
Well, I mean, it's the playoffs, so it's getting viewership.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm talking about your average NBA game.
No, I agree.
I think
if it's not Steph, KD, or LeBron, people just aren't watching.
And hopefully, after this postseason, that'll change.
They do need to. You're right. They need to find their next.
100%
Steph or LeBron, like their next big guy to take that torch. And yeah, Jokic could, but like we were saying, he doesn't really.
Like I said, they've got a slew of them to choose from in this playoff pool. I mean, you got Luka Doncic, you could choose. Tyrese Halliburton in Indiana, you could choose. Anthony Edwards. We just saw it in Orlando with Pablo Banchero.
Dude, I like that dude.
Yeah, he's a stud in the making on the eastern side. I mean, you've got them sprinkled across in this playoffs right now. It's just you're gonna see who it's gonna be. You know, like like you said, Sneaky. They have to promote them better, and these are the guys they should be worried about because LeBron and KD can carry their own, and Steph can carry their own. Right now,
yeah. I mean,
anybody on that Thunder team shot.
It may help now that all the old guys are out. Now they have to focus on the young guys. Like that's what you have in front of you.
Yeah, but I don't think an absence of superstars creates a superstar.
I don't either, but I think that what you can
you create a void in something. You create a void, something may fill it. Like, don't be surprised if we,
That's what she said.
I think you're seeing a legend killer right now coming out there.
So, you never know, man. If somebody has some legendary playoff games, if we see some, phenomenal game winners, right, some buzzer beaters, some great game sevens, we could see the next guy emerge from these playoffs.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell just had, in 2 games, he scored 89 points, I want to say. Because he had 50 burger and then 39, which is the second most for a 2-game stretch in playoffs. Allen Iverson had 90. That was the largest.
Ooh, do we get to talk about Patrick Beverley? Did we put that?
Oh my God, we didn't put Patrick Beverley. Go ahead, Tim, and give us a good 5 more minutes on this NBA. We got to talk about Pat Bev's dumbass.
Oh man, I've never seen some. Okay, like we've seen people.
What the fuck?
Are we ready to move on? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can move on to Pat Bev
Wait,
wants Tim sets
I
a
have
timer for it.
we have seen players get mad, right? We've even
Yeah.
seen players like maybe throw a ball in the stands. We have not seen them throw a ball in the stands, have the hit the wrong person, right? Like the ball goes over and hits the wrong person, get the ball back, and then throw it even harder back into the stands. Like to get to the person they wanted to hit in the first place.
Yeah, and then followed up by telling Melinda Adams, that
Well, the reporter.
the reporter, that he won't let her interview him because she doesn't subscribe to his podcast.
Subscribe to his
my
podcast.
God.
Yeah, hold on, are you subscribed to my podcast?
Yeah.
Are you subscribed to my podcast?
I'm sorry, you need to get the mic out of here and get out of the circle.
Yes.
What the fuck?
That was for what team? The Pacers.
The Bucks.
But yeah, Patrick
Yeah,
Bev.
I would say there's almost no way that there isn't, like, besides a suspension.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
there's
A fine
there's almost certainly going to be a lawsuit against Pat Bev and the Bucks.
what Melinda Adams did say, that he and the Bucks have both already reached out to her. At least in this instance, like you said, with the fans and the basketball, there could be. But she has accepted their apology, and it's because he said that there was a sincerity behind their words. But yeah, dude,
Just
the
like-
fan that he
man.
chucked the ball at, that dude, he is not
Most
good enough
immature-
to put up with this shit.
dude, such an immature bullshit thing to do on the court, like
There's
throwing.
no way this guy's good enough to do that.
No, I know, man. And then like
Who the
Yeah.
fuck
you
is
do this dumbass shit on the court, and then you follow it up by doing some more dumbass shit in the locker room during an interview, like with all
Yeah.
the cameras pointed at you. Like I get it. You're in you're frustrated, right? It's a very emotional time right now. You've just lost in the playoffs, right? You had just had a terrible incident on the court, but you can't tell somebody to get the fuck out of there, because they don't subscribe to your podcast. Like,
That's I thought
have a little bit of fucking self-awareness.
that came off as real childish, but I didn't even care about that. Like it didn't really come off as harmful. I'm sure that there's no way that reporter hasn't dealt with way worse from players.
Wait, yeah, no,
Yeah, and
shit.
she's been in the
female
she's
sports
been-
reporter. Like,
Yeah.
she's been in the business for about
Pat
30
Bev was
years.
disrespectful, but I mean, there's no way she's
Yeah.
gonna heard shit like that before. She probably
and
just
she's
waited
been
that
in,
off.
especially 'cause she's been in it for decades.
She's like, whatever, I'll come back in 20 minutes. Let him cool off.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
probably
mean, so
knows in that moment that this looks a lot worse for the player than
you start at a year suspension, right?
Oh man.
for throwing the ball in the stands twice, maybe half a year.
Maybe we'll see. I mean,
We'll see what they do. I don't know if he gets a whole year.
I don't know if he gets the full year,
I mean,
unfortunately.
it's because he has history too, right?
Of like taking dives at players' knees and stuff. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, being like a shitty dude.
I don't like Pat Bev's game.
It's
Uh,
it's mainly the things he said though. Some of the shit he said like off
Yeah.
the court, really. Then
There's that. He's just a goof. He's not. Yeah, I mean, it's tough.
Like anything that if I'm in that position and as an owner, anything a player does that opens me up to legal action,
right.
yeah, of course I'm suspending that dude for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the team can't do it, but I'm just straight cutting that dude.
Oh yeah. I mean, I assume he's gonna not be brought back.
That could cost you fucking tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, if he would have broke her
The
nose.
speed with which he launched that ball,
Yeah.
Dude, what team wants him?
fuck somebody up
Hold on,
real
bro.
bad with that.
Yeah.
What team wants to deal with that headache of like, oh, cool, this dude's launching balls into the stands?
Yeah.
Like,
He can't even keep his composure enough to not chuck a ball twice into the stands. Twice.
In sixth grade, we were playing. What's the game called where two people shoot at the same time from the
Knockout.
Knockout. Playing knockout, and I'm like about to shoot the ball, and some kid is pushing my little brother around, and I threw the ball so hard and it just square hit him in the face, and the dude like was crying. So like, it hurts to get hit with a basketball. If I would have hit him in the nose, I probably would have broke his nose.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that shit hurts.
But it seems like Pat Bev would be like nobody would really take issue with making an example of that dude.
You would hope. But Doc Rivers loves that dude, so because he's followed him everywhere.
Yeah.
And fuck Doc Rivers.
I agree. I don't
Trash.
like him.
Trash coach.
Yep.
Who cares? He's
Yeah.
not Phil Jackson.
He's the anti-Phil Jackson. He's blown more. He might have blown more 3-1 leads than Phil Jackson won rings.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if Phil Jackson or Pat Riley stepped in and said, "Hey, you know this guy," okay,
Yeah.
that might have some weight to it, but I don't think Doc Rivers.
All right, boys. I think we're done with the NBA.
Yeah,
Let's head on
for now.
over to our NFL.
I do want to point out one thing.
What you got?
Joel Embiid shot 18% in the fourth quarter
Ooh.
of round one. I will say
Hey.
Embiid was playing through a knee injury and Bell's palsy, but 18% in the fourth quarters.
I saw those
Bad.
Knicks fans were pretty hyped.
Yeah, Knicks have every right to be hyped. I don't want to move on without saying something about the Knicks. Jalen Brunson is awesome. The Villanova connection, because they have 3 Villanova players with Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, and Jalen Brunson on their squad. That
I
connection
mean-
has been monster for them.
I think they should be able to take care of the Pacers.
Don't overlook the Pacers, because the Pacers are a complete contrast to what you do. The Pacers are the fastest team in the NBA, and you're the slowest pace-wise. So this is going to be a contrast of styles. Knicks should be able to control the offensive glass in this series, because the Pacers are a pretty poor defensive rebounding team, while the Knicks had 15 offensive rebounds in Game 6 against Embiid.
Just,
Yeah.
I think the Knicks might beat them because
I think they might as well, but
that's what you should.
with respect to the Pacers and Tyrese Halliburton, I mean,
no disrespect
they have some good pieces there in Indiana, and
to the Pacers,
they are there for a reason.
who did just take out the Bucks, even though the Bucks were just
The shorthanded Bucks, but yeah.
and injuries. So,
Hey,
but hey, all right, maybe you can.
Yeah.
Surprise us.
so yeah. Sorry, now we can get off the NBA. I'm sorry, Tim.
No, you're good. You're good. All right, to the NFL. Let's go, boys. Odell Beckham Jr. to the Fins. I really,
Sorry.
Why is it funny? Why is it
I
funny?
think
really
I
think
think
this
I
is
just
a good
start-
pickup. I really
I-
do. I know
It is a
Odell
good
hasn't
pickup.
been good
It's
lately,
not a
but
bad deal for the Fins. It's not a bad deal for the Fins.
It
Not for
is.
the-
Well, it's 1 year, $3 million.
for a
Yeah.
guy that's has to be open, right?
Bro,
You've
you're
got
number
Waddle
3,
and
dude.
you've got Tyreek
Who-
out there.
It's a fair point.
3 million.
Yeah.
For a number, come on. I'm fine with it.
For a guy that has shown flashes of who he could
He's got a,
Got a guy who can
lot of upside.
Fucking chuck 50-50 balls too.
I mean,
I think I was
really
like I was trying to say. I was more laughing at what's coming next.
Yeah.
That's more what I was laughing at. This
Okay.
whole
OBJ.
Odell. I
think
don't
very
think he's
good
a
deal.
good deal, not a needle mover at all.
No,
In my
it's not
opinion.
like a huge. I honestly don't think this is a huge
Well,
pickup.
he's
But it's a
Congrats!
good
I still
pickup.
have you as. I still have him as the I had him as the favorite before to win that division. I still have him as the favorite. There's still a first or second round out of the playoffs. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't give them
I s-
much of a better chance than they
No.
already had. So
I'm starting to get a little bit of belief back in what the Bills could do. I think it's
I
gonna
mean-
be pretty tight between those two.
Yeah, I just at the moment have the Dolphins ahead of them
Yeah.
out of continuity reasons. But I think I'm not going to hate on the Bills for the Chiefs just did that shit and went for back-to-back Super Bowls. I don't think the Bills go for back-to-back Super Bowls, but I think they're going to be able to be just fine without Stephon Diggs.
I want to see if they can maximize like
and Gabe Davis.
that two the
That's
two
a plus.
tight ends they have.
Yeah, they have two really good tight ends. They don't have to have Gabe Davis out there running the wrong routes anymore.
Now they
I
have
mean-
Claypool to do it.
Yeah, it's Chase Claypool, like, that's what I was laughing. That I knew this was upcoming. This guy.
I think Claypool's a 3. I think Khalil Shakir is going to be the 1 or the 2.
Yeah. I mean, Claypool couldn't even do work as the 3 with the
Curtis
Dolphins.
Samuel, right? Like,
Huh?
Yeah, and Curtis Samuel.
and they have Curtis Samuel, so they already have like a number
Oh
2
yeah,
right there in Curtis Samuel.
and the guy they drafted, Keon Coleman.
I like that kid's personality. He's been funny.
So I don't.
Yeah, you give
Yeah, I
him
like those
soundbite.
interviews. How
Yeah.
he's the one that
He was
said he's not Tiger Woods, he's Tiger. What was it?
Wish I could.
Wish I could.
Wish I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiger. Wish I could.
Tiger. Wish I could. That guy's funny. I like that guy.
Yeah, he has, and his puffy coats.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought he was funny.
I
I'm
mean,
not Tiger
yeah,
Woods. I'm Tiger. Wish I could. that was good.
Because he likes to golf.
Yeah. Well, he said he likes to golf, but he has to force himself to like not get really angry and hurt himself because he gets really mad at golf because he's not good.
Ah,
But yeah, two
I don't really
non.
like the vibes in here talking about Buffalo Bills players. Nobody said he's a piece of shit or anything.
Yeah. Well, there's still time.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we're not talking.
He hasn't done anything great since his rookie season. Like,
Hey, sneaky. The Bills are an extension of the Chiefs. They gave us Patrick Mahomes. They gave us Xavier Worthy. They let us jump ahead of them to get McDuffie. Like, these guys
Yeah,
are
let
nothing
us
but
jump
helping.
ahead of them.
Like, they're fucking gentlemen.
There are Cal Mountain Juniors for sure.
Thank you, Buffalo
Shake
Bills.
and bake. Oh, brother. Well,
But no, Claypool, like, yeah, he'll be like their third guy, maybe.
I don't know. The idea of Chase Claypool is always going to be there, but it's always like he had that 1 year.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that 1 year, it gets further and further away each year that goes by.
I hear that dude talked about every offseason. So somebody's going to get Claypool. It's going to like they were like the last 2 years they had Claypool going to us.
I know, and thank God he hasn't.
I know, dude. But I
This
mean,
dude-
how long's he been in the
This
league?
dude
Like
gets
4
signed
years?
places and then just
Jeez.
disappears until it's free agent time again, and then you hear Chase Claypool.
Dude, he's been in the league for like 4 or 5 years, and he's about to be on his 5th team.
Wasn't
or
he
his
on the
4th
Dolphins
team.
last year?
He was on the Dolphins and the
And there
Bears,
was Bears before that, and he was
Bears
on
and
for
Steelers.
for a couple years.
I
Nobody
don't know.
wants
I don't know who this dude is. I don't think he's.
None of the teams wanted him.
Yeah.
But I mean, this will be best quarterback that he's played with. So maybe we'll see what happens.
Yeah. We also forgot to put it on there, but while we're talking about the Dolphins, apparently they have started negotiations with Tua on a contract.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Early projections are coming in at
How much
5
do you
years
pay
or 4 years,
how-
like 242.
4 years at 242. So what is that?
fucking
60 a year.
no. Why? Why are we doing this?
Christ, no
Don't do
way.
it to yourself. Don't do yourself. Don't. Oh man.
That's
I hope
early-
they do this shit.
Yeah, that's the early reports of what I've seen is 4 years.
McDaniels, you're
I
gonna.
love when teams that aren't the Chiefs tie themselves to bad quarterbacks. I love that. God damn, I love that shit.
You would have to assume that they would have outs riddled throughout that thing, right? Like,
Oh, we get to watch Tua and Dak get contracts they don't fucking deserve. It's gonna be great.
I just don't.
no, and the best part is that Dak is about to get to earn this contract in the same way he did the last one. Jerry Jones lets his contract expire and get to the last year, and then he just
Yeah,
goes
you-
off
You let Dak Prescott out business you, Jerry Jones.
twice. He's letting them happen. Do it for a second
Oh,
fucking time.
Dude, it's outrageous. And
That senile old fuck.
he's gonna give him a bunch of fucking money for being a first round out again, like in the playoffs.
love it.
He won't make it past the divisional
Secret
round.
ingredient,
So
60
well,
million a year. That'll get him over the hump.
Yeah.
just do so well in the regular season.
Obviously, I don't remember where I saw that preliminary report, but that's I did see that scrolling
Good
through.
lord, man. Why are we doing this? Like he's a mid like
He's a
don't pay
midder.
him that don't pay him top don't he's not a top 5 quarterback. Don't pay him like he is. Let him walk. Like
Yeah.
stop.
Did
The
nobody
thing is,
learn after Daniel Jones?
Tua has certain stats that look really good in negotiations. Is the problem?
Yeah,
Even with Daniel Jones,
completion
even with
percentage.
Daniel Jones, the Giants can get out of Daniel Jones after this year. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
was
any
a
contract that
little
Tua gets is going to be riddled with outs, you would
And-
assume.
and they didn't they did make him a pretty high paid quarterback at that point, but he wasn't setting, a new standard for quarterbacks. Like he wasn't resetting the market.
No, he was not.
And you can't reset the market with Tua. You can't come close. Like you can't no, we can't give you what Patrick Mahomes or even Joe Burrow or Josh Allen are getting because you haven't done anything like those
But
guys.
The
the argument-
Dolphins are in a very similar position because it's clear that they don't 100% believe in their quarterbacks, but they're kind of up against a wall.
What did
Yeah.
Justin Herbert get with his contract?
That's
'Cause
true.
That's what's going to be the baseline because he's in the same draft. His success is going to be. They're going to be linked.
Yeah,
Tua
and
can point
that's
to
the
a
other
lot of his
problem is that-
stats last year.
Yeah,
Tua had great
that's the
stats.
problem that he got paid as much as he did because honestly, Tua's accomplished more.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like whatever Herbert got, that's who Tua's going to be.
Yeah,
That's what Tua's. That's the smart play on his part because I think
anything you say Tua doesn't deserve, fucking Herbert doesn't deserve either.
because he's out. They've done the exact same shit. They both lost in the playoffs.
Tua led the league in yards last year, right? Like,
Yeah. The yards and
Yeah,
tutties, right?
percentage, yeah.
Completion.
and I don't think Herbert's ever done that. So
Yeah, to this point, like Tua's had the better career.
Yeah, I 100% am with you on that.
It'll be wild to me if it plays out that way.
What does the eye
Well, I mean-
test tell you? Yeah, what does the eye test
Yeah, no,
tell
the eye
you?
test tells you like Herbert should be winning. But
Herbert
Yeah.
should be and probably will throughout the career. You would think. Maybe not.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, with
do
how
you think-
often
do you think Brandon Staley was competent? Didn't seem like it.
No. I mean, now he's got Harbaugh at his side, so
No.
he's going to be handing the ball off a lot more. So now, honestly, like they're bringing in more pass catching weapons for Tua to make him look like.
Herbert's only going to throw the ball 20 times a game.
Yeah, and they're going to make Tua look like the better passer with him. They're going to back themselves into a corner by passing the ball every fucking play.
Yeah, well, I mean that comes down to like they're paying their wide receivers a ton of money, so yeah, of course you throw them the ball.
Yeah.
A ton.
I mean, you would too if you had those wide receivers.
Yeah, I mean, well, then you're spending $30 million on Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, you take the ball.
You better fucking target him.
You have it.
Yeah. If not, you're going to hear about it.
So, yeah.
All right,
He's
boys.
going to be.
Let's move on to our next topic.
Yeah.
Stay on track here. JJ Watt willing to return to the Texans
That's why Tim's not the high one. I'm sorry.
if we need them.
What?
If they need
What
them. JJ Watt.
Yeah. JJ Watt said he would
All right, we're back. Sorry about that technical difficulty.
Shit happens.
It does.
Everything went down. The system
okay.
crashed.
It's crashing, man.
Anyway,
okay.
back to JJ Watt.
JJ Watt sticking around. I mean, look, I wouldn't play JJ Watt if the Texans were going on a run. And
Yeah,
you want to try to get back one more time for a playoff run. See if he can get himself a ring with the team he's a legend for, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
I want to play.
I would welcome JJ Watt back if he came back to play, like 10 snaps a game.
Until they're playing us in the playoffs.
Fuck it. He's never really done much against us in the playoffs, so I'm not really worried about him in the playoffs.
He played him like one time in the playoffs.
He didn't do much, did he? We played him twice. Once with Alex Smith, once with Deshaun Watson. Like when we had Alex Smith, and they had our first playoff win. Our first playoff win in like 20 years.
Oh, was he still with them when they had Deshaun? That's right.
Yeah, the first year.
Okay, yeah, we beat him both times. Damn.
Yeah, we did.
Anyway,
To share business. So.
He's JJ Watt.
Yeah, dude, I love JJ Watt. Love the guy. He's a character. I mean,
I hope he comes back, right? Like at the end of the year for him.
You shouldn't want to see him come out and be a fucking caricature of himself.
yeah, I don't want to see that, but
I'm going to come back and be JJ Watt.
maybe what JJ Watt needed was a couple years off.
Come on.
We know
Yeah,
that he wouldn't be like
that always
JJ Watt.
helps NFL players taking a couple years off.
If he can come in, look, he doesn't.
Dude was beat up all the time.
All right. What's the country song? Like, he just needs to be he doesn't have to be as good as he once was. He just has to be as good once as he ever was, right? Like, if he can come back and just do it like one time or two times a game.
Oh, if you're quoting country songs to prove your point, you already lost.
One.
I guess Sneaky does have you there. Sneaky has you there.
Not the point. That's not the. You missed the point. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. He just
If it
has
was
to
too
be-
hard and too fast for you 2 years ago, guess what? It still is. And probably even worse.
I think a lot of the JJ Watt retiring was due to his heart condition that popped up.
Did that go away?
and
Maybe
He was on
he
the
may learn how to management. And he was on the Cardinals.
which was his choice to go there, but
It was, but it wasn't going as well as he thought it would. As any of us thought it would. We all thought it would be more successful than that. Poor guy.
they
No, I
didn't.
really didn't.
Didn't.
I didn't think it'd be very. No,
He was washed when he went to the Cardinals.
They needed.
he wasn't ever washed. The injury bug's been getting him.
This organization.
He should have gone to the Steelers to play with his two
He
brothers.
should have. He really should have.
That was a stupid thing. You have two brothers in the NFL. They both play for the fucking Steelers, and you're a free agent, and you go to the goddamn Cardinals. What the fuck?
Shame.
Bullshit. Like, think about how cool that would have been. Think about
We
how
all
fucking
wanted it.
cool.
We all wanted it.
Yeah. If he comes back to play, I want it to be with the fucking Steelers.
Yeah.
So never mind, JJ. Don't come back for the
The
Texans.
Steelers aren't handing out contracts to wash players. That's why they're good every year.
Steelers? They're good. The Steelers were good last year?
They're not bad.
They're a
Like, they're
playoff
not-
team.
They were pretty bad.
We didn't. They're not that. They weren't that bad. They're a playoff team. They had a winning record every year. Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why,
Yeah,
that's why you don't have 2 or 3 win Steeler teams. It's because they don't hand out shitty contracts to old players.
Yeah.
Russ was a good contract for an old player. But I'm just saying,
You're
like,
not paying them anything. Yeah,
I said, I did say that. But what I am saying,
it sounded sarcastic.
but what I am saying is, like, you're sitting here, like, applauding a team stuck in mediocrity, like, and I'm just so fucking lost at why you guys are over here saying, like, they're such a good team. They
Okay,
win
okay.
9 games every
All right,
year, and they
we're
squeak
not-
into the
we're-
fucking playoffs.
I think we're just,
Saying a team isn't bad isn't saying that they're
splitting
good.
yeah. Really, that's what we're just.
There's a
agreeing on, is
spectrum.
The level of good.
I'm just saying it because the words "they are good" was actually said. They're good every year. That's
Good,
why.
it's relative. They're not great.
They're stuck in mediocrity.
I mean, it is kind of with their
There's-
quarterback choices, it is perplexing sometimes.
Yeah, they're stuck in purgatory right now. That's where they're at. They're not.
They better hope
They're not
Justin
bad enough
Fields-
to get a game changer in the draft at quarterback. They have
they
to
better
take.
hope Justin
They have to
Fields-
take chances on Justin Fields and Russell Wilson to see if maybe they can give
They're
him.
gonna start. They're gonna start Justin Fields, right?
I don't think it matters. Why? Don't put him in until week 8.
I
He hasn't shown-
really don't know.
he hasn't shown to propel. I think Justin Fields is a total rebuild of a player at this point. You have to help his confidence a lot,
You do, but
and you have to.
I don't think having him sit behind Russ is gonna do much right at this point.
I mean,
not every
Put him in there.
not every situation is backup situation is a guy like sitting there learning from the starter.
yeah.
Like, obviously, Fields isn't learning anything from Russ. Like,
Russ is a Super Bowl winning.
what would you want
quarterback.
Russ to teach?
What not?
You know?
to?
So,
Yeah.
I think it's just a situation. Yeah, I think it's exactly like P said. It's pretty smart. It's like Fields has got to get his confidence back. Russ is an old guy. He's going to be gone in 2 or 3 years either way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is an ideal situation for Fields.
I
But
wouldn't wait too long though.
no, this is something similar to what they were actually trying to do with Dwayne Haskins after he was in Washington, which obviously ended how it ended tragically. But this was
I think it'd be super sick if the Steelers could go and prove everybody wrong.
Yeah.
And fix Justin Fields, because right now in the last, I'd say, since he's got to the league, like, he looks broken. Like, he looks like he makes one read, panics, and runs.
Yeah.
Or he makes one read and gets sacked.
absolutely. I
And
mean,
if he can, like, if they can instill some confidence in him to where, I don't have to get rid of the ball in less than a second, or I'm dead.
the
Then
question.
maybe he can sit there and make reads on the field and make the throw he's supposed to make.
Yeah, the hope is that you got him out of Chicago before he got full David Card.
I
If you
still
remember-
remember, like, he just can't make anything beyond the first read.
Yeah, because if you remember David Carr, the beating he took really sped up that internal clock for him. And I think that could be a situation that we're seeing with Justin Fields, where it's been sped up so much.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But I think better.
I hope for the kid. He's got a better coach.
Yeah.
better
athleticism
organization.
makes it-
Quarterback built like a tank that can run have a history of success in Pittsburgh.
Did
True.
you guys see that Marvin Harrison Jr. He didn't sign the NFLPA's group license agreement, right? For
Mhm.
his name
He
likeness.
signed his own deal.
He signed his own deal with Fanatics.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for him. It's smart. Like that licensing deal, eventually some player had to do this because that licensing deal is so fucking it's a chokehold. Like, it's a real chokehold on what you can do with your own name and likeness.
Yeah.
It's for a player to take control like this is pretty cool, and I think it's probably it's going to at least lead to like them having to revise that licensing deal.
Yeah.
For him.
Because
It's a
with
game
Marvin
changer.
Harrison not signing it, other players are going to be like, "Well, fuck this."
Yep.
Especially if Harrison can go and make similar or more money on his own.
Oh yeah, for sure. Every big name player will do it at least.
Yeah.
No reason not to.
Yeah, especially the big name players, because I am dead certain that the big name players could make more themselves than going through that licensing deal, because that licensing deal probably makes them split the revenue with all the players in the league. Sam, you're muted, I think.
But yeah, I mean, make no money for
Sam?
What?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you
We,
What?
we couldn't
What?
really hear you.
Okay. We're back.
go. Yeah, smart move by Marvin Jr. I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. What is the last? What do we have? Just the off-season question?
No, we got a Chiefs declined.
Chiefs
Kadarius.
decline, yeah.
Well, guys, don't.
KT.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's a free agent now?
No, that means at the end of this season he'll be a free agent.
Okay.
That Kadarius Toney will not be here for the 5th year option.
Hey, sneaky, like, besides the obvious, like, we don't want him here implication, sneaky smart move, because if you're gonna get anything out of him, it'll be this year.
Contract year.
Contract year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, we could have a room full of the hungriest receivers you have ever seen.
Yeah. I think potentially this could be a bigger year for Sky Moore with players that are actually there to run deep routes.
All these dudes are like, even Hollywood Brown, he's only here for a year.
Yep. Hollywood.
Like, if your name isn't Rice or Worthy, like,
Yeah.
you're fighting for money this year.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I mean, it's kick return. That he's gonna probably.
Yeah, because from what I've heard, my guess is you're gonna have two guys lined up back there to return kicks, one on each side, kind of old school.
Yeah.
So you're gonna want 2 good kick returners on the field at all times. So probably Kadarius Toney and
I'm very
maybe
interested
Worthy.
to see what Andy Reid and Dave Tome come about.
That is going to be interesting to watch, because, like, I think the first few weeks you're just going to see, like, the vanilla version that you've seen on YouTube, like the way they show you how it works,
playing it out.
Yeah, the strategies you're going to see, like, people try. Like, I can't wait to see how the Cowboys fuck it up.
I don't know. Some team's gonna come out.
They're running back out there to kick it off or some shit.
Some teams are gonna want to come out trying some shit, and one of these teams is gonna figure it out, and then it's a copycat league, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I hope that we see it.
It has the potential to make special teams an even more important part of the game, which is cool.
Oh, for sure. I'm excited.
They need to. Let's make it there.
I like it.
Because we pretty much phase defense out of the game. So
yeah, let's put this. This gives me hope that they'll phase the defense back in at some point.
Like,
because they tried to phase this shit out too. But I just hope that we can get through the year where it's entertaining on this, and we have low injury rates out of it, so they do keep it.
They do, yeah.
Because that's gonna be the big thing too, is the injury rate on it.
Dude, what if we do figure something out?
Oh, we will.
And we just we have like 20
Andy's
kick
gonna have some fun.
TDs. Like, some team figures it out and gets like 25 kick return TDs this year.
I don't know if that'll happen. They'll
that would ruin it. That would ruin it.
That would, yeah.
Right? Yeah, they'd fucking drop a bomb on that rule immediately.
Yeah, they would go back to the old way quicker than you could fucking. And they would erase this year out of the rule.
If you were that successful, then teams would be like, "Fine, you can start at the 35 or the 30, the 30, like
40. We'll kick it. We'll kick it out of bounds.
Whatever the touchback is.
Yeah.
Nowadays, yeah. So.
Out of the end zone, because there's now 3 different areas it could be.
The thing is, with Patrick Mahomes, I literally couldn't care less where we start.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's.
But dude, like, think about it.
I remember, like, I used to care so much about field position.
Yeah. That is true.
It does not fucking matter with Patrick.
But sneaky. Imagine Patrick Mahomes with good field position, with good average starting field. Just think about it for a little bit, okay?
It is intense.
It's pretty nice to think about, isn't it?
That's probably why Tobe just has those dudes running out all the time. He's like, fuck it.
Mahomes will get us.
Yeah, we start at 35 to 45, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tony's contract. Nobody's surprised that we did.
No, fuck no. I was happy to hear it.
No, not when you can get an OBJ for $3 million.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the option would have been for Tony's 5th year, but it was probably
a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right. Go on to the next one, or are we still, we got more to say about Tony's
I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to talk about with the Chiefs? Well, we still got time on the clock for the Chiefs.
I mean, I saw some video of Xavier Worthy catching some balls, running some routes. He looked good. There
Nice.
was one. There was one that was up here, and it went off his hands and shot like back into where a DB would be, and people were like, "This reminds me of something." And then they cut to Tony during the Lions game.
Oh no!
Like
So
Chiefs
I'm
fans
not-
everywhere right now.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to, I know I'm usually the throw cold water on it guy, and I'm gonna be again here. You know what we've seen like in the off season out of camp videos
Yeah.
of our new of these receivers, making them look real nice. I'm not saying don't be excited about Worthy, just fucking just stay
Yeah.
calm about it. Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Jamar Chase. I remember his rookie year.
you have
and
Sky Moore looking like a god in these training camp videos.
he looked really bad.
Jamar did.
Yeah.
Jamar couldn't catch in the preseason that rookie year, and then afterwards he
Oh yeah, it
broke
was
every rookie record.
yeah, it was being talked about like the Bengals already busted that pick.
Yeah. It is hard to okay, like obviously that's such a good pick for them, but like people were mad that they didn't get Penny Sewell, and like they should still kind of be mad they didn't get Penny Sewell.
I mean, what the fuck has cost you in the playoffs? What ends your playoff run every time?
Offensive line.
getting sacked.
So it's like you sit there and it's like, but do you get to the Super Bowl without Jamar Chase? Like he's such a good receiver, and there's so many dynamic plays that he's made.
Yeah, I can't I can't fault the Bengals for taking him.
No, yeah, they're because you love the instant connection too of quarterback and receiver.
But I think there's a lot more top level receivers than there are top level tackles.
Yeah, especially when you're talking generational tackles.
Yeah.
Especially right now. It's like 20.
Oh, and the Kingsley Sumataya, the guy we drafted,
Yeah.
he's Penei Sewell's cousin.
Okay.
They work out together in the offseason.
Very
I like that.
A little
I like
creepy.
that.
bodes well.
Hopefully he's learned a thing or two.
I hope so.
I have high hopes for him. So
Yeah, I think it's a pretty high probability he starts this year
yeah, I would say so too.
because we still haven't brought back Donovan Smith.
Yeah.
And
Do you think that they're gonna move Wanya Morris to guard or just keep him as a backup tackle?
I will say I think that's the battle.
Him and Wanya.
Him and Wanya.
Yeah.
If he doesn't beat Wanya, I mean, I don't love that.
Yeah.
You kind of want your tackles to come in and immediately start if they're a first or second round pick.
True.
all right. Okay. Off-season question of the year.
Yeah.
Question of the week.
Question of the week.
Off
Here.
season.
Off-season question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week this week, boys. Which rookie quarterback will have the most success this season?
I'll tell you which one won't.
Bo Nix.
No, Michael Penix. But
Oh.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
No, I'm okay.
I started
Let's
to
turn
come
to
around. I started to come around on that pick a little bit more.
I don't hate
Because
that.
if
Like
you-
I said,
If you think about it as you have, like, if you with Kirk Cousins, if you think about it as you have an aging star, who is just he's not gonna be around in a couple of years.
Yeah.
So why not if you really believe in Penix, why not take him there?
and you're also bringing in a 36-year-old quarterback who's coming off a torn Achilles.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, why the fuck did you give him $100 million guaranteed
Like,
if you had these concerns?
if you like Michael Penix and you wanted to go with it, yeah, great. Why did we?
I mean,
I don't
100
think that they did not plan to take Michael Penix
They did not. It was not a thought-out plan.
until he fell to them, and they were like, "Shit, we didn't know he would be here. Take him. Just we won't be here again because Kurt is so good, and we won't ever fall this high in the draft for the next like 4 years.
Well, it's like and that's what the GM said. He's like, we're never going to draft this high again. We don't want to be like, and I love that mentality. Like, I love this. Fuck no, we're not going to be in quarterback hell.
Yeah, no, that's
You see the teams that are there, and it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, look at Denver. They're drafting people like Bo Nix in the first round.
There you go. This guy was projected second round at best.
Yeah, like
taking him
we'll
another 12.
We're not
Right.
even on the question.
But yeah, so which rookie quarterback? That's too easy. That's too easy.
The one for the Bears.
Besides Caleb. Guys. Besides Caleb. Let's do sans Caleb. Which rookie quarterback is gonna have the most success?
All right, so we're basically talking about JJ, Nix, Penix. I mean, he's probably not really in the
Jaden McDaniels, Drake May.
Drake May.
Ritter with the Saints, maybe, right?
So do we think Drake May is going to do anything with the Patriots?
Fuck no.
I don't either.
He is Mac Joe. He is. This is. You remember when the Jets drafted Zach Wilson and everybody was like, "This seems like a lateral move from Sam Darnold." Doesn't fucking Drake May feel kind of like a lateral move from Mac Jones? It feels like it's the same goddamn thing.
He's a lot more athletic than Mac.
I think
Cool.
I think it might be a step down.
I don't know if it's
I
step
don't-
down.
I
know
don't
if it's step
I don't
down.
believe in taking quarterbacks from, like, not
Dude,
from North Carolina.
Dude couldn't beat out Sam Howell.
If take a point guard from North Carolina, okay,
I mean, I think
but not a quarterback. What the fuck? It's pedigree. Like, it's like, who have you played against and beaten? You know.
yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But I don't know. I mean,
ACC
we've seen quarterbacks come from smaller schools. That's fine.
So yeah, I think that's dead in the water.
I'm not a Drake May fan.
Jaden Daniels in Washington.
Jaden Daniels, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Why
Again, he
Interesting.
might be pretty good, but I just don't think Washington has the team right now yet.
I mean, they have. You think about it. He's coming into a situation where he's got Jonah Dotson at receiver and Terry McLaurin already in place. So he's not coming into a place to. It's not as bad as the Panthers last year.
Yeah, it's not a shithole. but-
Scary Terry. I mean, he has a good receiving core with a good Logan Thomas. I think is also there.
Fun. I could see Jaden putting up some good numbers, but
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not-
maybe some good individual success with it.
Yeah. We'll see how
I
Cliff's.
think Jaden Daniels probably have a couple good games.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's exciting to see. It's intriguing to see how Cliff Kingsbury will draw plays for him.
Bo
Yeah.
Nix,
I mean, you're in the division with the Giants. You better have at least one good game.
Two. You play him
Bo
twice.
Nix might have decent success. Again, it all comes down to Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Because I think that Bo is in a really good situation as far as like the guys he has around him on the offense. And if Sean Payton is any good with quarterbacks, then
So Sam is the first one to commit, and he says Bo Nix.
did I say Bo Nix? Did I commit?
That sounded like a commit. Like you
pretty
committed.
hard to commit.
I'm just putting out the
I typed it up, so Sam.
Sorry.
Sam's got the Broncos to win the division this year.
Bo
I'm
Nix.
gonna think about it, and I might push back on that a little.
JJ McCarthy is in a great situation as well.
That's who I'm going with. I'm
That's-
taking JJ McCarthy with the Minnesota Vikings because anybody throwing to Justin Jefferson,
They've got Jefferson. They've got,
got-
who's the other guy?
Addison.
Addison. And I don't know who the running back is. Who's the running back now?
They've signed Aaron Jones.
Oh, they signed Aaron Jones. That's right.
They signed
got
Aaron Jones. They have a good offensive line already, a decent offensive line already in place.
Their coach, I
They-
think, is
Their coach.
competent.
Yeah, they also drafted Dallas Turner in the first round, who's gonna. They have a situation. They have a possible. This is a possible Texans situation
Here we go.
where you have the offensive and the defensive rookie of the year on one
I
team.
think maybe JJ Penny, like Not
Yeah,
Penix.
Bo Nix is your pick.
Bo
Yeah.
Nix. No, Bo Nix is not my pick. I never said Bo Nix was my
I
pick.
heard it. You heard it here first, folks.
So it's
I'm changing
Tim,
it to
who's your-
JJ.
I said JJ. Yours is Bo Nix, Denver Broncos. Mine is JJ McCarthy, Minnesota Vikings.
Fine. Now you know what you've done. You've jinxed us, Pete, and now he's gonna have a better year just because of that.
No, you
Let
jinxed
me,
us, Sam. You're
let
on-
me tell you why that's not going to happen, Sam.
Why?
I was waiting for this topic to come up all night. Broncos fans are posting photos of Bo Nix with his foot on top of a Chiefs helmet, like they're gonna be the ones to conquer the Chiefs, and it's just funny to me.
Yeah.
Well, I never said they're gonna any one of them was gonna have that good of a season.
No, the Broncos have got a fresh batch of Kool-Aid whipped up this year.
Yeah.
Good. I like
Yeah.
it better when they're sipping the Kool-Aid than when
Yeah.
I don't like it when they've admitted defeat.
Yeah,
I really like the energy from the Raiders so far. They know they still suck. Haven't heard shit out of them.
I work with a guy that thinks that they had a
The
great
The
draft.
Chargers fans are being sneaky quiet. I don't like it.
Chargers fans are like kind of always
All
quiet.
five of them. All five of them. I haven't heard shit.
I was gonna say, do you know 5 Chargers fans? I know one.
There's only 5. They're famous.
Okay. I know one, and he is obnoxious.
They've been trying not to get too hyped.
They all live in a gutter underneath the stadium.
So Tim, who's your rookie quarterback?
Mine was also going to be JJ.
Okay,
But
JJ
if I
McCarthy.
have to go somewhere else, I'll say Jaden Daniels.
Which one do you want to say?
I mean, JJ was my original pick. If
JJ
we
was
can't
my
take
pick.
Caleb, so.
We had to, like.
No, your original pick, Sam, was
not my-
Bo Nix. And then you got embarrassed about picking Bo Nix.
We
So.
were talking about.
It's either Bo Nix or Drake May for you, Sam.
We were talking about the different quarterbacks in their situations. I brought him up just. I
think-
love Mike.
I
don't know.
think the viewers would agree. And the only
Yeah.
one that's watching right now is P, so.
So yeah, our viewers agree.
They overwhelmingly agree.
Overwhelmingly, 100% are on my side.
Start a poll.
All right.
You have to start it, Tim.
I don't think I
You
can.
You start the poll, I'll vote.
And Nikki, who did you take?
So I'm gonna take Penix. And I'm taking because number one, I don't think he's gonna play.
Penix?
And these other quarterbacks that are gonna play are gonna look fucking terrible. And so Penix by default is gonna have the better season.
That's my favorite.
On the off chance that he does play, Penix has a banger ass team around him. It's insane. It's like that Falcons team is a little nutty.
Why are
that-
you just
Like the deep.
Why wasn't this the plan the whole time?
So
Not somebody's gonna.
yeah, I'm gonna go Penix.
Okay. I like it. I like that. Solid pick. Very solid pick. So yeah, we only had, Sam taking Bo Nix. The Denver Broncos.
Muted.
There you go, P.
What? Did you mute him?
No,
Oh.
there's a poll.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Did Sam pick Bo Nix as his rookie QB? Yes or no?
I voted.
100% yes.
Sam's going on to watch it to vote no. Take the poll down, Tim. Take the poll down. End the poll. Close the poll.
And poll. Poll complete. 1 vote. Yes.
All right,
Oh.
we're done. That's it for this week,
Yeah.
guys. Thanks
Yes,
for watching,
we did it. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video.
and liking and improving. Loved it.
Loved it, dude.
It was a fun
Loved
week, boys.
it. Was.
Brady had a couple good jokes at his roast tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, the Netflix roast. Of
Yeah,
Tom
he
Brady. Gotta watch that.
what do you say? He said he was like, "Fuck the Colts. Colts are just Broncos that don't fuck."
Hmm.
And then he was talking about Peyton Manning. He's like, I heard a white Bronco was headed here, and I thought we might have an actual NFL legend show up, but